300. What's the deal? It's your folks, Shaka, the Urban Philosopher. I want to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So yeah, I want to go ahead and tell y'all what I think about this Who Is Ken podcast. So let's just get into it. I wasn't really able to use the recording like I wanted because I got Android everything. I don't use Apple nothing. So I had to have somebody send it to me or something like that. But wanted to go ahead and review his podcast, y'all. So, the first thing I wanted to say about it is I think that it's a real cool concept. I think as so-called black men, we need to diversify the different type of information that we are putting out there, okay? And so I think that this is a good step in that direction. I've seen other little channels and podcasts like this coming from so-called black men, so it's a good sign. I think it's a good look for Ken. And the second thing that I like is just coming back from the first thing is that it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's genuine. He gave us a backstory on how he even got here. You know what I'm saying? And was motivated to make the story. We got a little backdrop on his family, his upbringing, some of his family beliefs. He said that his family was very supportive. Okay? So it just really set the stage for, kind of like what we can really expect for him to talk about from a genuine place. He did say as well that it's his perspective. He's not trying to speak for anybody else and things like that. And I do want to say this is that, as a man, a top tier type of man, especially when you aim to help a community of people, as you go through manhood with age and experience, you learn that in order to collectively help, you have to understand on how to resolve things from a collective level. You know what I'm saying? And present solutions that can help at a collective level. You know what I'm saying? And be confident in them, And you learn this by way of understanding that although we are different individuals, we are still a group of people that is governed by some type of culture, okay? And the culture is typically going to present the same type of circumstances that's going to give us the same type of outcomes, okay? The only thing that's really different in the situation is the individuals and how they are reacting to them, okay? And so, in order to help, the effort is to, present a different type of culture, by way of different principles, ways that we go about things and things of that nature. And so I would just say that, but I think that that's a good start, but it's just not law, as we grow with experience. The next thing was he spoke on how, he was just kind of trying to get through these things himself. He's kind of, it's still a learning process for him himself. He did get some feedback on how he is working on keeping his mental health in check. Clearly he is learning, and that does bring me to a statement that he had also made on Instagram. And this is just man to man talk, because I fuck with the bro Ken, but he had made a statement saying that, be teachable, you're not always right. Now I will say this, I hope that he was just speaking for himself, because just in general, this is a statement that a lot of so-called black men make, you know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, when you are a student in life, right? you're not in a position to say who's teachable or who's not, or who's right or who's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that shouldn't even be the focus, you know, because the student is focused on learning. Now, the student can choose to find the alternative, or the student can present the opposition as to what we have wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or they can be the alternative. Okay. And so they can be a lot of things, but you know, the idea of making that statement is pretty much just a sophisticated character assassination, and it's not constructive. We don't walk away with anything from it. So I will say that, you know what I'm saying? The next thing I will talk about is him speaking on, you know, depression and you know, just how it comes about. He spoke on how it came about with him. And what I will say, based on what I understand and I see, because I made a video on mental health previously before. The truth of the matter is, in my opinion, speaking for so-called black men, is one of the reasons why we have a lot of these mental health dilemmas is because we're not able to really grow up to be the men that we should be. Okay? This is one of the major problems. This is why we're doing unhealthy things like entertaining, you know, staying disgusted with the woman. You know what I'm saying? Instead of learning more about how to work with the woman. That stuff contributes to our depression and stress. You know what I'm saying? But this is the reason why we do a number of things, you know, why we kind of get in situations later on in our life when we do become men, and then we make these blunders and they put us in a depressive state and kind of trying to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? At a time in life where we should have probably already have gotten it. A lot of this contributes to the fact that we were never able to be the men that we should be. And you know, it doesn't have anything to do with, you know, having a situation where we were able to cry and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, is the after effects of the disease. You know what I'm saying? When you sick, you throw up. But why are you throwing up? That's what we should be more concerned about, in my opinion. And I believe that the reason for it is because we're not really allowed to be the young boys, the young men, and then the men that we are able to be. And it contributes to a lot of what's going on with us. That's the reason why, in my opinion, there's such a big effort to keep us from being such a thing. Okay? And hey, we're going to have opposition, but I believe that that's just something that we got to understand and catch on to. Because to be real with y'all, me, myself, you know, when I think about how I dealt with stress and things like that in my life, a lot of that did not change until I came into manhood. If y'all can remember on that mental health video, I had explained that to y'all. You know, I have not met anybody who walked into just some random counselor's office and got help and they were healed. It always came in time and that person or individual moving into manhood or womanhood. And so I just think that that's pretty much the case. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go ahead and leave it there, y'all. That's pretty much what I kind of thought about his podcast. I think that it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's gonna give us more of an insight on his journey. I think that his experience is going to get better, you know, with the podcast, his delivery, his information, you know, because I do see that Ken is he's more of a mature type of dude. He's more of a genuine type of dude. And he's concerned about where he is at as a man. And it seems like he want to get better with it. So I'll leave it there, y'all. Comment below. Like or dislike this information. We'll most definitely hit that sub button and that bell, because I'm going to drop something that you're going to like, all right? It's your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.